Hi, I'm Sheri. And if you don't already know my story, I was in a makeup rut for 2 decades. Yep, for 20 years. I'm 55 now, but I want to show you 3 easy tips that I recommend to any woman for how to just take that first step and start the process, start that ball rolling for getting out of a makeup rut. Whether your makeup isn't working for you anymore, like it did when you were younger, or you just sort of feel stuck in the whole makeup process. I've got you, and if you hold on just a minute, I'll start that video. But before I forget, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Facebook at Glam Lashes Galore and also on Instagram at Glam Lashes Galore. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to share my 3 best tips for how to get out of a makeup rut. There are 3 easy ways that you can change your makeup, okay? If you feel like you're relying on the same, oh, I wear brown eyeshadow all the time, oh, I wear this coral lipstick all the time, oh, you don't know where to start. And you walk into a store or you look online, oh my gosh, are there so many different options? I mean, it can be a little stressful. I notice my teen daughter gets a little bit stressed if there's too many choices. And so I can just make this really easy, right? You can start anywhere. And if you don't have my eyeshadow freebie, when I'm done, I'll drop the link below, because if you want to change up eyeshadow, that's a really good place to start. What colors should you wear with brown eyes, blue eyes, green, hazel, right? Where do you start? It's overwhelming, right? And that's a good thing, right? I'm glad that we have choices. I'm glad that products change and get better. The products we have now are not the same that I started with. It's good that we have these changes. So number one of the first things you can do if you feel stuck and suffocated and you just need to break free with something new, change your makeup, okay? That means a couple of different things. For eyeshadow, it may mean you change the color, right? If you always wear brown, maybe you want to start trying golds or charcoal or plums or greens or blues. Those are all beautiful colors, and you make little tiny changes first, right? Maybe you add a little bit of a blue eyeliner with a brown or a tan or a neutral color eyeshadow. You can make those little changes by adding a different color. Here's something else you can do. You can change the type of product. Now, I am not a fan of drugstore cosmetics. I use them for so long because out of necessity. I lived in some really remote areas as a Navy wife. I lived on 2 islands. We didn't even have a Walmart. That's remote, right? So I did have to rely on a drugstore mascara or an eyeliner or something. But for example, with eyeshadow, if you switch to a higher quality product, you get a couple of different results, right? You get the same thing with anything that's a higher price point. You hear the saying, you get what you pay for. Well, it's really true, I found, with eyeshadow, because eyeshadow at a higher price point, one, will last you longer. Why? Because you don't need as much to get really beautiful results and great coverage. But also, the color, with a lot of tips that I share in Eyeshadow 101, if you're in Eyeshadow 101, you know this, because when you do a great application, that pigmentation looks on your eyes like what it does in the container. How amazing is that? How many people here, give me a thumbs up or a like, how many people here have bought a product, it could be an eyeshadow or a lipstick or any kind of product, and you get it home and you're so excited to try it because in that beautiful Ulta or whatever store you're in, Sephora, you're looking at the lighting and it looks so pretty and you think, oh, this is going to change my life. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to put it on. And then it doesn't look the same color. Well, if you're not prepping your eyes the right way, it's not going to look the same color. But when you prep your eyes and you use in combination with that better produced product, you're going to get a better result. It's going to last longer, meaning your little container or little pot of eyeshadow or palette, however you purchase it, it's not going to just last you 2 months or 3 months if you use it every day. It may last you a year. You see what I'm saying? A little bit goes a long way, and so it lasts you that way. But not only that, it can last you all day long. If you prep your eyeshadow appropriately, it can give you results that does not crease. Like, I take off my makeup about 11 o'clock at night, so I'm wearing it for, you know, gosh, 10, 12 hours, and I do not have any creasing at all. And I used to be the girl who would always run to the bathroom and look for those creases in the eyelids. Do you ever have that? Ah, so annoying. Hated that so much. So that's just one example. Whether it's your foundation or your blush or your lip color that you wear, a lip product, or your eyeshadow, changing the product, either the maker or the color, can really make a difference. It's a little tiny change, because I'm not asking you, I'm not saying you have to change everything at once. I didn't. I started with a new lipstick. I was using these neutral lipsticks for pretty much 1 or 2 colors for 20 years. And all of a sudden I got this bright berry pink one spring. And oh, I felt like $1,000,000. You know, the daffodils were blooming, the tulips were out. I bought a bright color jacket, like a rain jacket, to wear that spring, and that lip color matched it, and I just felt so different about myself. If you don't want a huge investment, either in a product that you may not like, or, you know, the cost, a change in lip color is a great way to start. So that's number 1, change your makeup, okay? And it has 2 meanings, right? Number 2, change the tools that you use. If you always take your lipstick and you apply it directly from the container, or you use a lip gloss or any kind of lip product, and you always use it from the wand in the container, or, you know, like a lipstick, you use it directly from that, try a lip brush. Try it a little bit differently. If you want a more muted look, you can use your finger and just dab it on and have a very light, natural, muted look as well. Change the way that you apply your makeup. You can, for example, if you're doing foundation, for years I used these little sponges, and it was a liquidy makeup. It was a professional quality. It covered everything, covered all of my skin flaws and such. Excuse me. It covered all of my skin flaws and such. But when I tried a different way of putting on my foundation, it completely changed the result. And that leads me to step number 3, is to change the tools that you use. Like I said, for 20 years, maybe 30 years, I may have even started this when I was a teenager, using these little sponges because I saw it somewhere in a magazine, and I thought that was the way that you put on foundation. You can use, you can use a brush, you can use beauty blenders, you can use your fingers, you can use so many different types of tools that can give you maybe a lighter coverage or a more medium or full coverage. It just depends on how you use those tools. If something isn't working for you, what I want you to try is one of 3 things. I want you to try and change the makeup, either the type that you're using by the brand. Maybe a certain brand just isn't working for you. I left a very popular brand that I swore I would never ever leave. I left it about, 6 or 7 years ago. And I never have any desire to go back because my makeup looks better now than it did before. Well, secondly, you can change the process. Change the way, like if your eyeshadow isn't working for you and you're not in my Eyeshadow 101 course, you need to know there is a way that you can plan and prep and create beautiful eyeshadow that is easy and simple and looks softly blended. My eyeshadow looks better now at 55 than it ever looked in my entire life, because I learned new things in my 50s that I come here and I like to share with all of you. So you change the process of the way that you put on your foundation, or the way that you prep your skin, or the way that you do your eyebrows, or the way that you create your lips, or the way that you do your eyeshadow. Maybe the way that you do your mascara. I've done tons of videos here just on different options for eyeliner and mascara, because I believe that makeup is not a one-size-fits-all. Whether you put concealer before your foundation or you add concealer after your foundation, it doesn't matter, right? It's what works for you. It's how you feel good about your makeup process, how you feel good about the way that you look. And so step number 3 is, of course, change the tools that you use. Just because you've always been using this little sponge doesn't mean that's the best way. Maybe your skin is changing, maybe your makeup is changing, maybe your needs are changing. I have all kinds of stuff going on in my skin. If you were in my masterclass for foundation and concealer, you know I do not have perfect skin. This just doesn't cut it for me anymore. There are a lot of different things that I need to do on my skin so that I feel confident, so that I feel like my makeup looks okay, and most importantly, so it lasts all day. Because if my makeup isn't lasting me all day, I'm doing something wrong, right? There's something that needs to be fixed. Those are the 3 ways that you can get out of being stuck in your makeup process now, for getting out of a makeup rut. And it's easy, right? You can pick any of those three things. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you just need to start. And sometimes that's the hardest thing, is starting a new thing, whether you're starting a new meal plan or starting to eat healthier or drink more water or exercise, or, feel good about the way that you look on the outside too. It's all connected. You can't separate one from the other. When you feel good on the outside, you automatically feel better on the inside. I am a huge believer of that, and I love coming here, sharing my inspiration with all of you, because as we all age, we have seasons that we go through, and I want you to feel good about whatever season of life you're in. So what do you think? Which one of those 3 methods works best So what do you think? Which one of those 3 methods works best for you? It doesn't matter. You can start anywhere you want. The point is, just start. I think you deserve to do this for yourself today, this week, this month. I want you to feel better about your makeup process. No matter what age you are, no matter what season of life you're in, you can feel better about the way that you look. And I know that that's going to make you feel great on the inside too. I'm so glad you've hung out with me on this video. If you found value in it, I would be so grateful for you to hit that subscribe button, and then you get notified whenever I bring a new video here. And if you would like to follow me on social media, you can find me at Glam Lashes Galore on Facebook and at Glam Lashes Galore on Instagram. I'm Sheri Dyas Mellott. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a great day.